Okay, hi, I'm Morgan, and for my literacy memoir project, I chose to make 5 abstract art pieces that represent each stage of development and how that impacted my literacy in different modes. So the first piece I created reflects childhood, and so in my quick writings, I just kind of talked about how I don't really remember a lot. I do remember a lot of playing and creative forms of storytelling with my cousin. We were together a lot. So the black around the edges kind of just represent that cloud of fog that I know I kind of had a lot of trauma in those years. So that's kind of looming around, but in the middle, I chose some primary colors because it just kind of reminds me of that fun, and also just the idea that I was just kind of learning all these things, and together they were kind of creating new things on their own. My second piece is this one. This was one of the, I won't get too deep on this one. This was a little bit tougher to think about. I didn't really have the best elementary school experiences based with family life and just moving a lot. I don't really remember a lot. And a lot of people I talk to say that's just kind of how trauma works. It kind of fogs your memory. So there is some light kind of at the end of the tunnel, which I put there. Some of the memories that I have that are really important, like, playing with my grandpa and telling stories together and stuff like that. It also just kind of black represents me losing a lot of myself in the different forms of literacy that I had. So I didn't really create anymore or tell stories like I did earlier. And I became really insecure with myself and who I was. So that's that one. The next one is middle school. And so middle school got a lot better, and I finally began to kind of create again and do the things that I loved again. So this kind of represents like the dark, the fog, the kind of sadness before, and it just kind of slowly getting better. I also kind of talked about seeing more structure, which I think impacted a lot about me. And so there's kind of these lines that just represent structure, even though they're kind of blending into each other. It's just kind of getting lighter and lighter as I kind of felt myself finding who I was and becoming more creative again and loving art again and doing all these things that I used to do before. I also started just really value friendships and kind of what friendship teaches you and what you can do as a friend to be a good friend, and then also how you can rely on your friends to kind of come through these tough spots. The next one is high school. I really like this one. So this, I talk a lot about like finding even more hobbies and more interests, especially that kind of involve literacy, such as, like theater and art club and anti-bullying clubs and all these things. And so teams really meant a lot to me, and they taught me a lot about who I am and what's important to me and what kind of things I should focus on. And so these different circles intertwine and kind of reflect like how these teams, almost like a Venn diagram, and it's kind of hard to see, but like in the middle, the colors slightly change as they overlap. So it's like still major parts of me, but just having them kind of combine, and then all these things kind of swirling around me and really helping me figure out who I want to be, and really actually impacting what I was creating at the time and what I was reading. And I was a lot more confident in myself to kind of be open about what I like and what I don't like, and be open to talk to others about what I created and why. And I developed a love for writing, and poetry was really important to me, so that was really cool. And then my last one, I think adulthood was the hardest to think about multimodal literacy, just because there's so much going on and so much that has kind of changed, but also, some of the experiences. So I chose to use colors from every other piece I made previously, because I think all those stages of my life have really made me who I am now. And I still kind of have some of this black and some of this darkness that I'm working through. But even this project, I like to use art and writing as an expression to kind of help me figure out what I'm feeling. I also appreciate structure and having people together now, so I kind of thought it was cool, like when I look far away, it almost looks like a bunch of heads or people. So people play a huge impact, and I still try to find teams and opportunities to be on teams whenever I can. That's still really important to me. And I try to be really positive. That's something I think all my experiences have made me want to be a good person for other people to come to and look up to. So that's really important to me. So I would say overall, just all my experiences with literacy kind of have developed mine that I pretty much love all literacies. I like going to art museums, and I like learning about new forms of art and new forms of writing, and I like dancing. And so I think just because I have so many experiences with other people, I have a kind of a little bit of piece of all of them. That makes me love everything. And this was an accident, but I think it's kind of really cool. So this was just the paper that I painted all of the other pictures on, and it almost looks like there's a spot where there's something else that's meant to go there. And so I think that's really cool. Almost like everything that has happened in my life has kind of brought me to where I'm going to be, but it's still not the end. There's still a blank canvas that I'm creating and forming as I go, and the decisions I make now really impact that. So trying to make the right decisions is really important to me. Trying to find that structure to help me succeed is important to me. So thank you.